Peekaboo!
Hi, welcome to Baby Witch. This is going to be a tarot reading for the month of November for Aries. So, Aries in the house, you motherfuckers are go-getters. You motherfuckers are fire, pure fire-driven energy that gets the job done. And sometimes you get so caught up on getting the job done and becoming the center of attention of it all that, you know, get a little carried away with all that kind of stuff. So, the first cards that we have, Goddess, God, Universe, allow me to tap into the energy of Aries to give them a message of love and inspiration and truth. Allow me to bring light into whatever needs to be light brought upon, detach myself from my ego and my opinion and be nothing but a transmitter of inspiration and love. So the first two cards that we have here are the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles comes, you finally hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go. You finally become an acceptance and surrender of that surrender that we've been talking about for Aries for the last couple of months. That, you know, I remember in the first couple of readings, you Aries were like, oh, I don't want to surrender to this. This is not what I want to do. And you were like, fine, I'm going to surrender to it. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to surrender to the whole thing. And then you've finally given in. And now we are accepting that our rock bottom has been hit. Once we hit our rock bottom, we allow our emotions to be fluid. We allow our emotions to be fluid. And by accepting defeat to a certain extent, we become more regulated with our emotions areas. And we allow ourselves to actually lead. Because Aries are their beginnings. They lead the beginning of any process. So by allowing yourself to surrender to whatever is coming and whatever has came into your life, you are finally inspiring others to do what there is to do. You're finally finding the inspiration for yourself and you're allowing yourself to guide others. There is a sense of gratitude, a sense of like, well, what the fuck am I, what is this? That could have been better. This could have been better. That could have been better. There's still something that you may hold into this month, which is, again, it's hard to sit there and to hear someone telling you that you're holding on to something that is holding you back, right? I mean, at least for me, it is. For me, it's triggering. It makes me sweat. Like, I know that I'm working through my fears because I just experienced that like 15 minutes ago. I gave myself a reading of why am I having so much anxiety. And the cards were like, well, there's negative behaviors that you are holding on to that you need to fucking move on from. And you should be creating instead of sitting on your ass, thinking the worst of yourself. And I'm like, okay, here I go. So in this case, there is some sense of ingratitude of like, oh, the grass might be greener on the other side. But at the same time, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because no matter what, you're willing to move on. And that is the overall the spirit of yourself right now. It's like, I'm willing to move on no matter what. Even though there is this sense of like, you know what, fuck it, I've lost it. It's all right. Let's just go on and continue with our lives. So the card after that is a Four of Cups. A Four of Cups comes with, we're given a we're given an option. We're given an option that is too hot to pass out. It's like it's finally the chance for you to get back out there into the world and start doing the things that you do best. If you're taking a hermit time, if you're taking a away time while you made up your decisions, while you made up your mind, this new ability of saying, you know what, I'm already at the fucking bottom. It's not going to get any fucking better than this unless I acknowledge and I radically accept everything that is happening in my life right now. So that's all you Aries. It is time to hit while it's hot, basically. Hit while it's hot. Hit while it's hot. There's opportunities that are going to be coming your way. According to this card right here, there's opportunities that are going to be coming your way that are going to knock on your door and you're going to be like, this is too good to let it go. And you're going to fucking go for it. And you know where that comes from? From accepting the fact that you've already hit your rock bottom and it's not going to get any lower than this. Mentally, that's somehow going to arouse you and put your emotions in control. Once you put your emotions in control, you're going to be willing to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm moving on from this. Yes, it was a loss. I may be carrying into the sadness still, but it's still time to move on. No matter how sad the whole situation is, it's still time to move on. And that's the thing about your Aries, you can move on. You are meant to move on. You are meant to start something new. You are always meant to start something new. It's what you are. You are fire driven. You are the self-inspiring sign that is always in self-drive mode, that is always in self-motivation mode, that is always getting their own selves ahead. And as much as it can drive you over the edge, because sometimes you're not willing to give up on things, once you get yourself in check and acceptance is what gets you going. It's who you are. It's who the fuck you are. That's just it. So let's see, what else do we have? Overall, you know, for Aries, I just see a month of like, you know what? Fuck it. Dust it off and try again. Dust it off and try again. So now we have a 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles it's usually a very positive card. It's about hitting the jackpot and all this kind of good stuff, right? But when you do get that opportunity that is too good to pass, remember that opportunity that is too good to pass should always be about growth. If there is an opportunity being thrown at you that is sort of a quick skim, sort of something just to fix up the little patch in your life because you're so tired of being in the hole that you have been the couple months before that, trying so hard to surrender to something else's or somebody else's will, which is not something that you're used to doing. Don't cut any corners. Really think long term here. Really think long term. Really think long term. Because, you know, you've been in the hole for a while. You might be desperate to make those decisions a little too fast. You took in your time this far. Keep on taking your time. Okay, Aries? That is all I got to say to you. See, there's that King of Wands. A King of Wands, it's a leader. It's a strong leader that not only leads with confidence, it motivates others, and it motivates others by believing in others. This is your chance to motivate the team that you're with, to motivate yourself, to motivate those around you in a positive way, in an emotionally impactful way, to actually go and chase the dreams that you're going for. This gives me a bit of a vibe of either you're gonna do this for yourself, and you're gonna be like, I need to be kind to myself so that I can start being kind to others, and we can all move forward. Or it's just simply all about, you know what, I have to inspire myself from a point of compassion. I did my best. I'm moving forward. Acknowledging the fact that you got this, acknowledging the fact that this is all about leadership. Honestly, like I keep trying to say, well, you know what, for some areas this might be just about yourself, but the truth is that the cards don't fucking lie, and the cards, they're talking about a leadership role. So where in your life are you the leader? Who are you leading, and where the fuck are you going? So what else do we have for negative self-talk? You're finally freeing yourself from that negative self-talk, and that is going to be the key. See, there's a lot of freeing ourselves. There's a lot of freeing ourselves to saying we're at the rock bottom already. There's nowhere else to go. Okay, I'm going to start motivational, like emotionally motivating those around me by believing that they are up to the plan with me, by believing that they are all in, by believing, making them believe and allowing them to see the best of themselves. And you know what, saying fuck it, things might have gone wrong, and it still hurts, and I'm picking it up and I'm moving forward. And while moving forward, acknowledging the new opportunities and getting back out there and see what's best for me. And cutting corners is not an option, because I am a long-term Aries. I don't just start quick shit, because I'm good at starting shit, honey. But when you start shit, because see, this could be your default, right? But are you using it for good, or are you using it for bad? We can start shit. We can start a little fire here. We can start a little fire there. But what fire is going to keep the whole house warm for a long time? What kind of fuel do we need to put into this fire, Aries? You are pure fire at the end of the day. Releasing yourself from that negative self-talk, it's like you finally did it. You finally are out of it, and you're finally like, I am no longer putting myself down. I am no longer making myself believe that things are not going to happen. I am no longer, because a lot of the times, once we get in a spiral of things not going well for us, and this happens for a lot of human beings, we start getting negative. Like, oh, It's just one bad thing after the other, after the other, after the other, and we start blocking those blessings when the universe is finally like, no, we were just taking away what was not meant for you, but now you're in such a negative state of mind, and because you have free will, we're giving you what you imagine that you deserve, which is more negative things. But the reality is that we were just taking away something that wasn't meant for you and fixing it for you, and now we need you to talk better to yourself and inspire others, because now you're in the right path. We just need you not to cut any corners and be like desperate about it. So this is like a real rabbit hole that you got yourself into. You're like, well, how the fuck did I got myself into this rabbit hole when it was things out of my hands that happened in life? Well, that was life fixing it for you. At one point, we must realize that we need to change our perspective and our frame, our perspective of viewing things. Okay, so that's all I have for you for the month of November, Aries. And remember, if you hear anything that resonates with you and you want to book a reading, hit me up on Instagram and all the information is there. Bye.
Chitches got red.